Hello everybody, this is Count Christo and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Our tanks are currently suffering ridiculous attrition, horrible attrition, from the low supply they have down in, what's it called? You know what I mean. Istanbul. And they're going to come back because we realised that the enemy could blockade this strait and cripple us. So we're not going to let them do that. You can't deploy until, what is it? I guess it must be 40% trained. That's interesting. I feel like you should be able to deploy them pretty much whenever you want. It's just that it would, like, kill you if you did it way too early. Yeah, get out of there. Basically, whenever we put our whole army in one supply zone, the supply in that zone just dies. But if they're making a kind of really blitzy push, maybe they don't need that good supply because they're going to get in and out so fast. What if I govern? Oh yes, the 2-year draft. Or do we go straight to 3-year draft? Let's start with the 2-year draft. Only 200,000. I don't understand the calculations in this game. We just increased our recruit population by 2%, from 2 to 4% of 90 million, and it only went up by 200,000. That makes no sense. Oh well. Oh yeah, that's why these housing things are important. You basically have to use them to counterbalance the fact that industry gives you a cut. I see. Right, 18 in each of these armies, so Manstein is almost at his limit. Panzer's going to deploy here. Great. I think 4's enough to hold this straight. Oh right, now we have enemies on the Black Sea now, so we need to hold these ports. Rush deploy the cav. Excuse me, game. Thank you. You guys go in here. Let's just deal with Greece, shall we? Well, I haven't seen any partisans rise up. Which kind of disappoints me. I want to see the partisans rise up. We'll probably proc them later just to see what they're like. See how it works. I imagine it's just a bunch of units kind of gifted to the controller of the land. They just appear like militia, kind of like in Kaiserreich, but we shall see, I guess. So, unified push. Yeah, I think one whole army going into Belgium, one whole motorized army is going to be basically all of the supply up there. Let's go speed 5. Just gimme these tank divisions. That's all I want. And we're going to have, what was it, 6 tanks per army, I think? Yeah. Artillery deal, no deal. Oh, that was a Panzer division. Oh, well. That was what I would have clicked anyway. And yeah, let's get a bunch more military police ready to go. Because we're going to have to military police all of France. I guess we could establish Vichy France, but I'd rather have the factories for myself. Excuse me. Right, yes. Logistics company too. So important. Idiotic of me to not get it sooner. And just in time for the invasion of France, we have finished the land doctrine tree. Fantastic. Let's go with some decryption. I'd really hate it if like all of these numbers suddenly became question marks. It makes it a lot more of a pain to manage. Extra mechanized there. Oh, no, he doesn't go in that one. This mechanized is, in fact, the first member of the... Oh, no, red is horrible. Not many good options here, are there? We could go with... Let's go dark blue for the other tank one. I'm really not good at looking at red things. Dark blue is not too easy either, but there we go. And looks like you're up, Rommel. Rommel with his military merit order. Ooh, out of supply. Even better. You can go in there. Wait, I thought I had Guderian in charge of this one. That's Manstein. No. Guderian. Okay, so now we have to choose between Rommel and... let's put some random person in. Sorry, Modal. Didn't mean to insult you. So we're going to choose between Manstein and Rommel. It looks like it's going to be Rommel. Genius. Oh, he's only awesome. Okay, yeah, we'll go with Manstein then. So Manstein and Guderian are going to lead the charge. Manstein has the job of crushing in through Zurich. And his job is going to be to crush in here, and then he's going to power into this area. He gets 1 mechanized, and he gets all of these mechanized. And 6. Which makes 18. Yeah, perfect. No, it doesn't. I think we might have slightly too many mechanized in this queue. Fancy division, no need. And maybe we just launch it from the north. Maybe we don't wait all of these panzers, because I think those mechanized are going to take a freaking age. Another 300 days. I'm not waiting 300 days to launch this attack. Alright, well, Manstein... I need to make sure I get these right. Yeah, Manstein's going to get a very tank-heavy force. And it's going to be him and some infantry launching the attack into here and trying to hold this area. That seems fine. And then it'll be Manstein and Guderian that are leading like the north and south tanked battalions into the Soviets after we finish with France. And I think I'm going to build up a big surplus before I go to war with the Soviets so that we can kind of tank all that attrition. That strikes me as a good idea. When are you guys deploying? December. See, it's good to launch. Are they bombing me yet? No. No, cool. Looks like all their bombers are currently over the Benelux. So you know what? Here, planes. All of you. Fly over here. And just, like, suddenly surprise them over the Benelux. Let's see if we can wipe out these bombers. 71 production, very nice. They're increasing their numbers, but we still heavily outnumber them. So their losses are seriously outpacing our own. Ah, and now they started massively outnumbering us. At which point, we all go, oh, nope, 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 and leave. Well, as long as they're just bombing the Benelux, it doesn't really matter much, does it? No offense if you live in the Benelux. But it's not my absolute top priority right now. It's only a relatively small portion of our industry that resides there. Trickleback, reliability is good. Extra entrenchment's good. Reconnaissance really doesn't matter much. I think duty signals matter much. I think reliability for all of our mobile battalions seems pretty good. Oh yeah, we can get crazy extra... Oh no, wait, that's not crazy. It's a tiny bit extra reconnaissance. Nah, it's worthless. Line artillery organization up. Seems pretty good. Don't know why it's on the 1942 level if it's not ahead of time right now, but there you go. Let's use our bonus. Is this not ahead of time yet? No, it is. Let's use our bonus on the encryption. So they don't know our plans. Alright, no more resistance anywhere in the world. You couldn't be able to tell easily, but this is the resistance map mode. I like how we're just out convoying their blockade. Give me the tanks. Oh, that's right, we're still lend-leasing all those planes to China. How's that going? Yeah, pretty well. Got rid of almost everything. Nice. Okay, China. Oh, China's actually losing. Come on, China. I put you in such a good position. You're throwing it all away. Let's modify the lend-lease. We're done. So I might have accidentally sent them like 1 million of my good fighters, but I don't think I did. Oh, look at that. New tech's bumped our production efficiency cap. So it's all growing all across the board. Everything's getting much higher. That's a great, great sight to see. Truck deal, no deal. Yeah, no. It's getting entirely raided to Spain. Almost entirely raided to Siam. Let's cancel those. Oh, more than halfway on our massive wave of synthetic rubber refineries. That's good. Infantry radio. Oh, dear. And a tank radio. That infantry radio might cripple our entire army temporarily because we're going to have to build a bunch of radios. Yeah, these are worth doing. Let's upgrade all of our... Let's do all these artillery upgrades. undeployed. Oh, no, it's mechanized. I thought it was the tanks. Yeah, so all of our infantry have just gone down to 94% strength because we need to build some of these babies. No problem. How many do we need? Only 200. It's like 1 per division. No problem. 3 a day. Let's bang them out. And then once the deficit's fixed, we'll just put them back over here into infantry equipment upgrades. Getting better and bigger and better guns everywhere. Fabulous. We could probably be inventing new tanks next year. Well, they're 42 tanks. We could do these next year though. Get our Panzer IIs a bit better. Okay. Anglo-Irish trade war. Come on. You have bigger problems. Okay, here we go. They're just short. Tank radios. I don't think I built any of those. Because they come up in the tank tree. Okay. We need 200 tank radios. Again, I'm just going to take it out of infantry upgrades. 3 a day. It's not good enough. I want to launch this thing very soon, so let's really bump these things. Oh no, we need 2,000 infantry radios. Okay, new plan. Got lots of support equipment. Yeah, okay. I really want these things done so we can actually get going on the invasion of France. Let's cut back on artillery production. Yeah, and on this. Not so much on this. Those things seem to still have... There you go. Recon infantry equipment. Okay, we finally finished the upgrades on these, and we've hugely overproduced because we were going so hard on the upgrades, so we can really cut back there. Okay, now I'm making 60 a day. Still going to take a while, but at least it's a very, very small portion. They appear to have run out of men to put on the Maginot Line. France has 19 divisions. What happened? I think they've just thrown themselves at me so much that they've run out of equipment. Yeah. Well, you know, Black Ice is really hard, Christo. You'll never be able to beat it if you don't use... Yeah, that's what's happening. They're throwing themselves against us until they run out of all strength, and then they're just getting deleted. So people are telling me that this mod is really, really hard, and I'd never be able to beat it if I didn't use SS divisions. Maybe they're exclusively talking about the Soviets, but... If the units actually throw themselves at you to the extent that they run out of strength and just vanish, like I'm not concerned. So bit of an anticlimax, but I think we should launch our glorious war of movement through the Benelux now, and it's going to be really easy because I mean England still has a bunch of divisions, but I mean where are they? So I guess. We're going to go after France, and it's going to be a pushover. And they'll have to make it up to you in the glorious war against the Soviet Union. Industry-wise, we're already well ahead of time there. Ah, this is not going to be ahead of time for much longer. Yeah, that's guilds and colleges. Sounds good. We're going to invent guilds in 1940. Interesting. Mechanized comes down here. How many? Yeah, we got enough of these coming out, I hope. You guys deploying once we get the tank radios. Okay, we already have enough of those. You can cut right back down on those. We're making 500 of these a day now that production efficiency's gone up a bit. End of Goring's 4-year plan. Cool. Just let these go for another, literally for another 3 days, and then I'm gonna like really dial it in on the production. And there we go. Great. So I guess we'll go harder on Cass. Gonna get the rubber soon. Okay, you glorious tanks can come down here and join the Southern Army. Italy will be a good test of our might. And how long until you guys are done? Yeah, I'm not waiting on you. Okay! Let's freaking go. So, all the planes are going to focus in the north. And they're going to be helping over Belgium. Good. And the Cass... Oh god, I've had the whole Cass fighting over Ankara this whole time. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Cass will come up here. They can base out the same place, actually. Okay. Let's do this thing. Launch. 2 days, then we're ready to go. No wings with no mission, that's fine. Low manpower, I know about that. Fatal planes are reserves. Never show me it again. Get rid of that. Missing equipment production. Junker close air support? What? What are you talking about? It's right there. Is it because it's not currently completing because of our lack of rubber, maybe? Maybe it's that. Yeah, well, okay, so there's the moral of the story. If you want to win Black Ice easily, never advance on France, and then France just, you know, suicides. Interesting. Oh, right, I should also be justifying on you. No, because we need to wait for this one to go first. So there'll be a slight delay on the war with Belgium and the war with Switzerland. So, led by the tanks, backed up by the glorious motorized, the iron wave into Switzerland will be swift and unstoppable. Tanks here can quickly secure this river and then immediately plow on into Verdun. Awesome. Simultaneously, I guess, I mean, we launch an all-out assault on the Maginot Line. Because why not? It might be that they can still hold. But it doesn't look like it. We won't really advance much over here just to make it more fun in the north. Also, yeah, already justifying on them. Good. Yeah, no, let's just not advance at all on the Maginot Line to make it more fun. Just pretending they have a huge force on the Maginot Line that we're outmaneuvering. Outmaneuvering. Okay, the tanks can plow in here and onto Lille. South and onto Lille. Well, I'll go through Ghent, that's fine. We got tanks spreading out down here. Being resisted by the last brave French units, but hopelessly outmaneuvered. Keep just rolling on straight through. Let's go like this. Some infantry cover in the north, but not a huge amount necessary. Belgium goes. Justification for Switzerland finishes. War on Switzerland is declared. How's being neutral now, Switzerland? Straight into Zurich. Focusing on the victory points. I'm hoping to capitulate Switzerland. No, stop. I'm hoping to capitulate Switzerland very rapidly to allow us to move very quickly to the French border without having to actually take the tiles. And in here we go. Yeah, this is a really unstoppable blitzkrieg attack we've got going on through here, because they, even if they had loads of troops down here, the speed that our tanks move at mean they just absolutely wouldn't have it's just the eyes naturally. Let's delete all these orders just so the tanks don't do anything funky. Yeah, the speed at which my tanks advance just mean they won't be able to deploy units to stop them before they've basically lost. Straight through here. There's no reconnaissance in force, this. This is just all-out invasion. Defense of Zurich is going quite well. It's across a river, so fair enough. But unfortunately for them, they just lost their flank, which means we can bring in these guys and encircle them. Meanwhile, you guys can come across here and around in the other flank, I mean to say. Yeah, the tanks just roaming around every major French city is gonna, I feel like this might dispirit them a little bit. Maybe make them feel like a little bit of white flag was called for. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, breaking in there. No, Italy, you can't join. Free military factories. We'll deal with that once France capitulates, so we can just assign them all at the same time. Alright, more mechanized. Just roam through here. You guys can just clean up behind these guys. As with you. Get down to Vichy. Down here, and you can go straight for Brest. Okay. Yeah. Easiest money of all time. The attack through Switzerland is actually not going to work because it's too slow. This guy should stay behind to cover the retreat. Cover the advance, I mean to say. Straight into Bern as well. There goes the fall of Paris. Military experts predict the fall of France is imminent. I think those guys didn't nearly need to be experts in order to predict that. I'm going to be honest. Just rushing down here. All these red outlines keep making me think I'm at war with the countries that they represent. It's very disconcerting. And now we have Zurich surrounded. A joint armoured and mechanized force. Plough in. Though Bern is now proving troublesome. But now that we practically have it surrounded by holding all the French land, I feel like it's not going to hold for all that long. Down to Bordeaux. Lovely city. Nasty airport. It's not that bad an airport. Just being mean. Now the Maginot Line is essentially redundant because of the encirclement of it. You can just charge in through here. And there goes France. The flight of Rudolf Hess, Deputy Führer Rudolf Hess, was arrested by the Home Guard soldiers in Scotland yesterday after parachuting down from a heavy fighter. An accomplished pilot, he apparently flew alone across the North Sea, taking care to stay out of radar range before veering west towards Britain. Hess seems to have taken it upon himself to negotiate a peace treaty between Britain and Germany, although Berlin has denounced him as a madman. He's been stripped of all political officers. What a weirdo. Strange thing to do. Negotiating peace, which you knew your leaders would like never stand by. What's the point? So a small area of France is still held by the joint British-Swedish Expeditionary Force, but unfortunately for both, tanks are rolling through Switzerland, and France has fallen. Marvellous. So, infantry. We have some port garrisoning to do, real quick. The mechanized, I guess, turn your eyes to Spain. There's a tiny bit of rubber down there, and I'm willing to spend many lives to get it. Bordeaux. Oh, right, and we still got some guys down in Nice, apparently. Well, here, come. Just do that while these guys go deal with them. Okay, and would you guys... I mean, come on, Bern. I know you're a proud people, but you should know when the game's up. You're surrounded and under attack by the finest tanks the world has ever seen. It's not going to go your way. Right, never deploy the planes. Whoops. Whoops. Alright, we're just saving them. We're saving the planes for the war. What is this song? I do not know this one. What do you not know? This is Hearts of Iron 4? What? Really? I do not know this song. I don't really like it either. Let's skip to the next one. This one's from CK2. And there... Whoa, that was a loud boom. I like it when you zoom in, it goes... Boom. Anyway. So there goes Bern. And final holdouts, British holdouts in Nice being kicked out. Looks like that's where they've decided to... Oh, we could do atomic research. No, we're going to win before 45, I think. So I doubt we'll invade the US. Ooh, repair speed. That's very valuable right now. I doubt we're going to bother to invade the US. Just because... Well, actually, we might just invade the UK instead. But yeah, D-Daying is going to be kind of tough. Maybe that's what we should turn our eyes to next. Maybe we should try and D-Day before we take out the Soviets. It'd be tough. It'd be really tough. But, you know, got the men, got the skills. We don't have the Air Force or the Navy is the issue. We'd basically have to beat the Royal Air Force, and that's going to be pretty freaking tough. I don't know. Where are all you guys automatically deploying? Did you all get deployed down here? Looks like yes. Okay. 78 infantry. Is this the totality of my infantry in this area? Looks like it. 79 infantry is not very many. Let's put them on the Soviet border and just get a look at how many it is. That's pretty good. And yeah, same with these guys. Let's Let's just array them very roughly where we want them. And then you're going to lead a kind of something like this. Probably. I think this will be a push to Riga, resulting in a pocket here. We're going to do some relatively small pockets, I think, on the Soviets. But yeah, our advance is going to consist of kind of pocket, annihilate pocket, pocket, annihilate pocket, pocket, annihilate pocket, until they run out of men. And you may think the Soviets can't run out of men, but believe me, they can. Oh, yeah, I should assign you to the second one, actually. Okay. Now, where do we assign these things? These numbers are wrong. Give me new numbers. You know, Greece has capitulated. Why? French merchant fleet captured. Oh, cool. Truck deal. No deal. No. Okay. Establish Vichy France or... No. Germany will conquer all. Looks like their merchant fleet was in fact just convoys. Not actually ships. Cool. Yeah. Assigning these things. Good. It's giving me the correct numbers now. I mean, I just don't know. Got surplus everything right now except manpower, so I guess that means planes. But like, I mean, we could just kind of bump everything, just spread it around. Oh, we're already out of military factories. Okay, apparently France had like 2 military factories, and we'll manage. There we go, and oh, we're nearly done the rubber. That will kill the end ones. No, it's all good. Okay, well, there we go. Hitler's Europe is looking pretty unassailable right now. It's January 41, which means we can go straight into these. Giving some extra assistance to these infantry is good. It's been a while since we've done the infantry tech, so we should probably look at some actual infantry tech, really, if that's what we're concerned with. Right, yeah, military policing. Could be an issue. Let's have a go at that. We should let everyone leave and then deal with the military policing. So areas like down here. Will we bother taking out Spain? Like, I mean, I'm kind of okay with Spain existing. I don't know if we need to take out Spain. Like, I don't feel a particular need for a bunch more military factories right now. And the point of taking out new countries is either to eliminate an enemy, which Spain is not, or to gain a bunch more military factories, which we don't need. So, yeah, I'm just not convinced it's necessary. Put 2 there. So I think, yeah, I'm really not convinced how we can sea lion plausibly without essentially building an air force large enough to defeat the British. Because once we can defeat their air force, then we can use naval bombers to destroy their fleet from the air, or at least force it to repair. You know, spend some time in port repairing, and that would be the moment when we struck. Why isn't it? Why isn't there resistance in Switzerland? He says. Seconds later. Okay, it's one. There is some infantry going in here. Let's see if that's enough. Looks like it is. Okay, more resistance in Switzerland. I think, you know, I'm going to get the effects from requisition cars. Oh, good. I thought that was permanent. Nice. That's a good thing to be wrong about. Okay, so it looks like we can suppress all the resistance in France using these cavalry. Army size huge. Nice. Very nice. And there's just one needed there. Paris still not going down? No, it is. Just going to take a little bit. Oh, I didn't actually deploy anyone here. Whoops. Okay, and the rest of you go to Berlin and prepare to military police the Soviets, I guess. How are we feeling about the numbers on the Soviet front? Wow, they've got a lot of tanks. Okay, we could have some trouble against the Soviets because we don't have any anti-tank. Really. Supply is a bit of an issue. Once we finish this round, we might do a round of Oh, we finished the first round of rubber. It's so glorious. Look at the plane production. Oh, it doesn't even reach the planes because it's all on the dam. Ah, we need more. 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 Okay, but bump the... already working on ones to the top. Okay. I think air production is probably still a smart play. And yeah, they're going to bomb northern France. Maybe. But like, I'm not sure that I care. I think it should be at 100. I'm not sure that it matters, really, if they bomb northern France. Maybe we leave Italy and Spain. I'm not sure. They would be useful as essentially dockyard givers. Yeah, we are having some bad supply here. Ah, because we've got this whole thing deployed right here. Yeah, it's a bad idea. We can have it come from north and south rather than south and then tack north. That's a much smarter idea. From a supply and probably strategical standpoint as well. Now we're having bad supply down here. Well, the invention of the logistics company is going to help. I hovered in the maintenance company, but you know what I mean. The logistics company. It's only 5 days. We can actually have a look at it. What? How can you have bad supply down here? Oh, why are you shipping in the... why are you shipping in the supply? Just sail it through Bulgaria. It's pretty good supply in those regions. Just... maybe I'll recalculate in a minute, but that seems silly. You can invite Italy. No thanks. Resistance to occupation in Crete. Oh, right, because they capitulated, so now I have to... I have to military police Crete. Which we didn't previously have. Well, I'm going to send one military police down there, and if they naval invade and take it off me, honestly, I was about to say honestly fine. There's rubber in their island. So, we're going to send a serious military contingent to deal with it. Make sure we keep it. The one that started moving, you can go down here. Great. Okay, so fall of France. Next up, Soviets. I think we do have to kill England to count it as a win. I really don't think we have to kill the United States. And obviously, ideally, we kill England before the United States has a chance to join. But yeah, I'm not convinced. With enough rubber production, we could outproduce them on planes, but it would take a while. If you look at the amount of our industrial capacity we currently have dedicated towards planes, it's a tiny, 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 tiny amount. And so yeah, we'd have to make a hard shift in that area. Go down to 1. In fact, yeah. Having said that, let's begin the process of doing that. Just total air supremacy is going to be necessary. These multi-rolls, I think they had garbage naval attack. Oh right, yeah, we discovered that we had loads of air attacks. So, but all I really want is agility, armor. Yeah, a little bit more air defense, a little bit more engine. Sure. Let's switch it up to these. Doesn't hurt the production efficiency that badly. Cool. And the CAS, we should look at the tech tree as well. The size of the tech tree is just what's... yeah, we're definitely going to want some range on our CAS for Russia. Okay, but I'm going to call it there. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. And I will... I'll see you in the next one, where I expect we probably won't quite declare war on Russia, but we will finalize plans. We can declare on them in... yeah, like, do we have an aggression pact? Yeah. We can cancel it any time, though. So, that's fine. So, yeah, we can declare on them in, 2 days' notice. So, oh, right, and they went to war against Finland. So, we actually don't have a front in Scandinavia. I totally forgot that we might have a front in Scandinavia, if I'm being perfectly honest. We will have to garrison all these ports. I think we might need to get some more manpower. Oh, right, yeah. We should have been going through these into, because these get lower national unity but higher output, so they're pretty good. I like how the idea, apparently, if you just print loads of money, you get more resources. Like, shouldn't this cause like problems? But anyway, all of these, like, up to this point, a lot of them make sense. Like, yeah, public war bonds. Like, you know, the public are donating money towards the war effort. Wartime domestic loans. Okay, you're taking loans from banks and things inside your company. It seems like, you know, that could be a helpful short-term economic boost, that kind of thing. International loans, that helps, yeah. State requisitioning stuff, sure. Not very pleasant, but that would help. You know, you'd increase your economy. Print money. This would not help. All of these seem good. It seems terrible. Anyway, I know it would help a bit, but like, it would then just destroy you. Anyway, I mean, if you did, it depends how much you're printing, I guess. Anyway, so looking forward to the war with the very big name Soviet Union. I'm honestly embarrassed, China. Come on, get your act together. Kill these guys. I know you don't have enough factories to produce every different type of equipment the game offers, but still. Until next time. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. See you then. Bye-bye.